Hi, I'm Netter, and this is Netter's Network, and today I'm going to show you how to dye your hair yourself at home. Let's get started. All you need is a box of dye, or if you're like me, you're going to need 2 boxes, because my hair is really kind of long. So if your hair is shoulder length or shorter, 1 box is just fine, but if it's shoulder length or longer, you're going to need 2 boxes just to make sure that you have the right coverage that you need. So now let me show you what's in the box. You get your developer, your color, this absolutely wonderful conditioner, which I wish they would put out as a standalone product, because this is the best conditioner I have ever used. It makes my hair so soft and silky, but there's nothing on the market like it. And I even wrote to the company and asked them to put it out by itself, but nah, they didn't. The other thing you get is handy dandy instructions. They're in English and in Spanish. And these nifty little gloves. Now these gloves are huge. Let me show you. I got little hands. You can see how big this is. Now normally what I would do, because I know these gloves are really big, is I also do food prep. So I do a lot of baking and all that. So I have my own gloves that are my size, so I'll usually switch out and use those, but for the purposes of this demonstration I'm just going to use what's in the kit so you can see how it's used. The other thing you're going to need is a pair of scissors, because on the developer bottle there's a little lip here and you're going to need to snip that off to be able to put the dye on your hair. Now my color of choice is this Revlon Colorsilk. It's inexpensive and I can find it just about anywhere. Walmart, Target, those are usually the places I get it from. And I find that it's actually pretty inexpensive. It's like under $3 at Walmart, it's about $4 at Target, where all the other dyes that I've seen are like $6, $7, $8, $10, $12. It's like for hair dye that does the exact same thing as this one. And I don't want you wasting your money on expensive products that all do the same thing. So, Colorsilk, it's inexpensive and it does the same thing as everyone else. The other thing is, I've got gray. I mean, you can see, which is the reason for this demonstration today. I've got all this really bad gray in through here. This covers so well. And that's another reason why I use this product, because it covers so very well. Now it's time to put everything together. I'm going to take my developer bottle, I'm going to screw off the cap, I'm going to take my colorant, remove that cap, and then add the colorant to the developer. So far it's really easy, huh? Then I'm going to put the lid back on. And after donning my gloves, I'm going to shake it. And you're going to keep doing this until it's really well mixed. It usually takes, I think I count to about 20 seconds, 30 seconds just to make sure it's all mixed. So now I need to get this on my hair. Now what I generally do is I will section off. So I'll do little sections like this all the way across the front, and then the sections in the back. I'll also pull my hair forward, go underneath and on top, and then switch it over to the other side to make sure I get underneath and on top. Now of course I'm not doing this with my hair up, so let me take this down and brush it out just to make sure I don't have any tangles. Okay, now that my hair is all brushed out and I don't have any tangles, I can put on the dye. So I'm going to first re-don my gloves. And now I'm going to start with the sections. So I generally will start with my part first. This is where I generally tend to part my hair, so I'm going to just start here. It's just an easy way to start. And if you notice, I just put it on, then I go and make it like another section next to it, and just squeeze the dye on. And I just keep making these little sections all the way across. And no, it's not going to be perfect, and it's not going to be pretty. Like I got this one hair here that doesn't want to cooperate. There we go. And I'm going to go over to the other side. So now I'm on the other side of my part, and I'm just continuing down. So now all of this on top has got some dye on it. I'm just going to add a little bit extra so I can kind of massage it in. Okay, so now I want to make sure I get those back sections. So just like I showed you, I'm going to do the same sections, but in the back. So now I've got the back done. I want to make sure I get the rest of my hair. So I'm going to pull it to the side and add my dye. You can see how long my hair is. So I want to make sure I get all of this so there's no dry spots. That's why I need 2 bottles, because this first bottle is not going to cover everything. This is also why you want to make sure you're wearing an old shirt, because like I said, you will get it on you. I mean, I've been dyeing my hair for years and I still get dye on me. Even the few times I've gone to a salon, they spill dye on me, so yeah, it's kind of hard to avoid. I actually used to do hair modeling way back in the day, where I would do the Midwest beauty shows, and they would cut my hair, they would dye my hair. So I have been a lot of different colors. I've been as white as this bottle and as black as night, and pretty much every natural color in between. So I've been very, very blonde. I've been brunette. I've been redhead. And I kind of like the redhead if it's the right red. But if I ever want to go back to blonde, it's really hard to get the red highlights out. So I try not to do red too often. You can see I still have a lot of dry spots in here that I'm trying to cover. Okay, let me put it over to this side and see if I can get those dry spots a little bit better. And the beauty people that I did work for as a model, I did Redken, I did Sebastian, Paul Mitchell. It was actually a lot of fun. I always thought it was kind of funny when the girls would go in for the quote-unquote audition, and they'd be like, well, I don't want you to cut my hair, and da-da-da-da. And they're like, well, we need to cut your hair to show a specific style or whatever. And they're like, well, then I'm not doing it. And I'm like, do whatever. Color it whatever. Cut it where, however you want it. And so I was one of their favorite people to work with because I didn't care what they did with my hair. Okay, going on to bottle 2 because bottle 1 is empty. I've even done private shows where we shaved my head. That was a lot of fun. I've actually shaved my head 4 or 5 times. It's very liberating, actually. You get a whole new head of hair when it grows back. So you don't have to worry about, like if you had a bad hair job, like a bad perm or bad dye job or bad cut. Shave off your hair, you grow it all back, it's all fixed. What I'm doing now is I'm just going over to make sure that I got all those dry spots. Because I remember on this side I had a particularly hard time. Okay, I think I got all that. Now I want to make sure that I get back here, the back bottom. And now I've ensured that all of my hair is covered. So what I'm going to do is take a clip, clip it up, and let it sit for 25 minutes. Now, the instructions say, if you haven't used dye before, that you should really do like a test spot to see how it works. I've never done that, and I've never had an issue. The other thing you're going to notice is that when this starts to sit for a bit, it's going to get dark. And you're going to freak out because you're like, oh, I don't want my hair that dark. It's not really that dark. It's just the process of the dye, how it looks on your hair before you wash it. Once you wash it out, it will be the color that you're looking for, I promise. Now, I tend to leave mine on just a little bit longer. I leave mine on for about 30 minutes just to make sure that everything does what it's supposed to do. And so when I first wash it, it might be slightly darker than I'm looking for, but after another shampoo, it's the way I want it. So don't let it being a little bit darker freak you out. It's fine. It really is fine. If your hair is darker, you might need to do 2 or 3 applications to get it to a lighter color. I notice that dark hair can be kind of stubborn. I don't recommend bleaching it. It can really damage your hair. Now, if you've got light hair on the other hand, 1 application and you're good to go. So no worries there. So let's let this sit for 25 minutes. I'm going to come back and show you what it looks like, and you're going to see it's going to be so much darker. And then we'll go from there. See you soon. So now 30 minutes have passed, and you can see how dark it's gotten on my hair. But don't fret. Once I rinse it out, it's going to be the same dark blonde color I always have. And remember what I said about wearing an old shirt because it's going to get messy? Yeah, you can see how much dye I got on this. So you never want to wear something that you are afraid to ruin because, yeah. So now I'm going to go rinse this off my head. And the way I usually do that is I let the water run over first and kind of mock wash it so that I get as much dye out as possible. And then I'll shampoo it, and then I'll condition it. And the conditioner that comes with the color is really the best conditioner you will ever use on your hair. Maybe one day they will make it a standalone product. Right now, I'm going to hit the showers. So this is what my hair looks like after I've washed the dye out and let it dry. You can see how vibrant this color is. And no gray. I absolutely love this color brand for dyeing my hair. It covers over a multitude of sins. In my case, that would be the gray. But if you have multiple colors in your hair and you want to make it all one color, this is the perfect dye for that. And that conditioner makes my hair so soft and makes it smell so good. I love that conditioner. Please make it as a standalone product. Well, now you know exactly how to dye your hair yourself at home. It's so easy. You can see what I've done. It's just a few steps. And it's really, really quick. If you have any questions or comments, please put them below. I look forward to reading them. You have a really great day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.